is Mary, and this is my service dog, Esther. Go close the door. Thank you. I am a student at the University of Texas at Tyler. This will be a video on the gender differences in the perception and treatment of women patients. So yes, I am being forced to do this. Just kidding. My references are going to be listed at the end, but also in the description down below. I will also put the citation on the screen as I'm talking about information I used from that source. So to find the information for yourself, all you have to do is find that author's last name in either the description or at the end of the video, and you will have all of the information you need to go and look at these sources for yourself. To start off, I'd like to take us on a journey through time, starting with a Greek philosopher named Hippocrates. Hippocrates coined the term hysteria. Does that word remind you of another word that we know? Hippocrates believed women were cold and wet, and therefore the uterus was prone to infection. He even believed that denying a woman procreation or sex could make her uterus sick and cause hysteria. The wandering uterus began in Egypt, but Hippocrates furthered this idea. This theory suggested that hysteria was caused by a woman's uterus detaching and moving around her body. The wandering uterus could be remedied by luring the uterus back in place. Throughout the Middle Ages, illness in women was attributed to sin and was believed to be a punishment from God. These women were often accused of being witches. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mary, that was forever ago. We've come a long way since then, and that statement is very true. However, we do still have a long way to go. It's important to understand how these theories perpetrate women's medical treatment today. Even in the Victorian age, in the late 1800s and early 1900s, women carried around smelling salts in their purses based off Hippocrates' idea that the woman's uterus would not like the smell and return back to its rightful place. The modern study of hysteria didn't even begin until the 20th century with psychologists like Freud. For centuries, a variety of women's issues were attributed to hysteria. But how about now? Have things gotten any better? The short answer is yes. However, we are not where we need to be when it comes to the treatment of women patients. Let's look at a couple of more recent studies. A study done in 1994 by Cleeland et al. Found that of the 1,308 participants with metastatic cancer, women were notably undertreated for their associated pain. Calderone study found that women patients were more likely to receive sedatives, while males were more likely to receive narcotics. This finding is likely due in part by the fact that women's pain was more likely to be attributed to anxiety. A study found that the boys were more likely to receive codeine, while the girls were more likely to receive acetaminophen. Tylenol. These girls were given Tylenol to treat post-surgery pain, while the boys received narcotics. We have examined some documentation of this problem today, but how might these problems be explained? Let's examine a couple of theories. But before we start, I want to make it clear that these are just theories. More research would definitely benefit this field and subsequently women patients. There are many misconceptions about if males and females experience pain differently. It seems like everyone has their own theory. Even the research is very mixed. Secondly, women's pain is more likely to be perceived by medical professionals as being caused by anxiety, and women patients are more likely to be seen as dramatic. Does that sound like another Greek philosopher we know? Do you still think it's really just a problem in the past? And lastly, women are held to the standards of a society that places great value on physical appearance. Doctors tend to discount the reports of physically attractive patients. This impacts women especially, because women are generally expected to be put together, like having their hair and makeup done. What do you guys think? Do you think that there could be other reasons that explain this gender discrimination? Do you think it's not even a problem at all? Please let me know in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think. Also, if there's anything you'd like to see different or anything that we can improve on, please let me know that in the comments as well. As women, it is important that we are aware of this problem so that we can be proactive in our own patient-doctor relationship. We will see you next time. Many spoons.
If I were a boy, even just for a day,